What up, y'all? The Jeff Wilson. I know it's been a few weeks. I've actually been trying to sit here and learn this camera a little bit better. I know I could have still recorded on my old camera, but I kept trying this, and I wanted to make sure we get the best video outcome, because today we got the LaserPecker 4. This right here is a extremely nice high-end Galvo laser that is easy to take on the go. So if you want to see more of this, be sure to hit that subscribe button, like this video, and check this out. As we get to unboxing this, it is nicely packaged off in here. We got manuals, we got base plates, we have our extended frame where we can sit here and move the item to give us a bigger work area. We come to the heart of the unit right here. A portable Galvo diode laser. And of course, like I said, we got everything else. We got our chuck for our rotary. We have our stand for our base. And then lots of other small parts. Let me get this all put together and get right back with y'all. Now, as you see, we have this laser all together. Now, something that makes this stand out besides it just being a Galvo and really easy to move, it is a dual function laser. So if we want, depending on what frequency we're wanting to engrave at, we have our pulse frequency and we have a diode frequency. So that way we're able to cover a wide variety of materials, and we're not just stuck with one type of laser beam in here where we can't do more than what we're needing to do. So that way we're not having a whole lot of different machines. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with that, but at the same time, if you can get more stuff out of one unit, why not? Now, along with this unit, we also received the rotary chuck right here, which is real simple and easy to use, and their extended rail. So that way, if we need a bigger work area, we are able to increase this, and this right here will slide, making it where we're able to get more of a work area. Also, I do like how this is just magnetized right there. Now, speaking of the size of this laser, like I said, it is a 2 watt pulse laser or 10 watt diode. Like I said, so you're going to cover the majority of anything you're going to want to engrave on. Like I said, we're not sitting here trying to cut steel with this. We're just trying to engrave some great looking artwork onto whatever project, jewelry, whatever we're wanting to put it on. For instance, that right there is a copper patch. Like I said, we're able to, it's a acrylic base with the copper overlay. I get it from High Bond, and this diode laser goes right through it. And that's some of the stuff we're able to create with this 10 watt diode. Now, how about I just jump off and show y'all this machine in action. So what we got here is a piece of High Bond leather that we're just doing a basic simple engraving on here just to show you some of the detail we are able to create with this. Only thing I do wish this base was made out of some sort of carbon steel metal that magnets would stick to, because that leather does like to curl up a little bit when it gets hot, and you need something good to hold it down. And magnets are always so simple and easy to use when it comes to that, which does make this a little harder at keeping stuff down. Like I said, the magnets, just using the weights holding it, sounds working just fine, but it'd be a lot easier if they would just stick to the metal. But we're gonna let us do this thing right here. As you see, that Galvo is just making quick work at this. This is a whole lot faster and quicker than what it would be, say, on my big CO2 laser or any of my smaller diodes, just for the fact that you don't have a full gantry moving. You just got one little spot where the mirror is moving, causing the engraving. Now, while this is doing its thing, I am strictly using the app to do all this. Like, so LaserPecker has their own app where you can go through, select what type of material you're using, the power. Now, if you're wanting to select from the pulse laser or the diode laser, it is real simple, and this app makes it real easy to do. Like I said, right now, as you see, it's showing that it's running. Everything's working good. Like I said, it's just going to town on that high bond leather. It's at 16% right now, but it is flying through that pretty quick. So I'll be right back with y'all. Now with this, we got a crazy amount of detailed. Now this gray probably wasn't actually the best to really show off the detail, because the sides of it did turn black, and so that black on that gray does make it a little harder to see all the detail in there. But every little bit of detail is on there in this laser. It took about 10 minutes to run this. A little longer than I was expecting, but I'm still trying to get this thing dialed in. Let's go on in. Let's try using that pulse wave. Now, just quick before we go to set this next job up, I'm going to show you the app right here. So we're able to come over here, choose some pre-made designs they have on here, or we could edit whatever we're wanting in there. I'm going to go with one of these highly detailed graphs, just because it can actually show you more of the detail we're wanting. Once we have that in there, we'll select next. We'll select our size. We'll say 50 millimeters. Next. Reconnect to Bluetooth. There we go. Try 50 millimeters again. Next. And now it's converting the file for what we're needing it to do. Now once we get over here, we get to select our material, whether we're doing silicone, plastic, lacquer coating, metal oxide, stainless, which is what we're going to do. And also we're changing it to that pulse wave. I should have done that first. So there we go, stainless. And we're going to hit confirm. Now once we have all that, all we got to do is drop this back down. And we hit start. We're going to confirm. Tell it yes. And there it goes to running that. Now, what's nice about this, I don't actually have to have my glasses on, because it's got this nice shield right there protecting my eyes. I do have my glasses right here, so if it was raised up, or if I was doing something without this, which we can do, like I said, there is an option where you can disable the cover. Otherwise, it's not going to want to run without that cover on there, which is a big safety feature, because you only got one set of eyes and you don't want to mess them up by looking at laser beams over here throughout the day. that's one of the reasons I don't keep my dogs in my shop anymore when I'm doing lasering, if I'm messing with the open gantry or anything like that, because one of them already has a hard time seeing, and I don't want the other one that's almost 15 years old to go blind quicker than what he will probably do. So always have some sort of protection, whether it's that right there or these, because I know I don't want to go blind. But as you see right now, it does have that engraving going nice and quick. Like I said, this is just a 2-watt pulse wave. So we're not going to be running 9 million miles an hour on there, but it is going to do a great job at doing what it is doing. Now, one of the reasons I like smaller powered diodes or fiber lasers, pulse wave lasers, is the amount of detail you can get on that. There is so much detail going on, and I know the camera is not picking that up. I'm going to try to get a good picture and insert it right off over here. That way you can somewhat see more what the detail is coming on. This came off nice and clean. Like I said, yeah, this is small little metal business card, but the amount of detail these little 2-watt fiber pulse wave lasers can do is just insane. I mean, you cannot beat it. I mean, because like I said, it is going to produce picture quality images. Now, as we get ready to do this slate piece, I forgot to show you earlier on how this is able to find its engraving area. So we make sure we get everything centered along this piece of slate before we start engraving on it. And we are able to change the brightness of it right up here with this nice touch dial. So, just so you know that everything looks good, we're able to find our center, and it is ready to engrave. Now with this cover off, you are actually able to see how well that Galvo is able to sit there and move that laser back and forth, where we're not sitting there constantly having to have a head go over and over and over. And that's one good thing about a Galvo laser. It is able to do a lot more, a lot faster. So we're going to let's do this thing right here. It's probably going to take us about probably about 10 minutes. So I'm gonna play a little bit with the camera, let it record a little bit, and be right back with y'all. Now, this slate, it did take a while, but we have some crazy looking high-end detail. Now with this, like I said, I did run this at 100% power, and it took, I want to say it's about 30 minutes on there. So still somewhat quick, but not as quick as say a big high-end fiber, but 2-watt fiber on some slate, all that nice fine detail. That, I mean, just look at that lineage. There is so much going on there, and this thing knocked it out like it was nothing. I'm definitely liking this right here. I could probably even use it with this being able to detach on there. I could probably even use this for some small rust removal on a car or something like that as well. So that's something to keep in mind whenever you have a good fiber laser. Now, is it going to be quick at it? No, it's just a 2-watt, but can it do it? You know it can. I know you are sitting back. Yeah, Jeff, we watch you do some slate. We watch you do some leather. What about wood? Most of our projects are going to be in wood. We'll get this loaded up and get it engraved for y'all so y'all can check it out. Now, we're still using our phone. Like I said, I have everything loaded up through that. Now, the power ratings and depth ratings I am getting from their website. They do have a long list of what type of materials you're using and all that. That way I know I can get real close without sitting here and having to test a lot, and it just makes it nice, quick and easy. Once you got it loaded in, you hit that start and we're good to go. Let me hit my glasses on before we hit that final start. And there we go. It's off doing its own thing. We'll let this engrave real quick. Be right back at you. Y'all, just look at that laser go. That nice thing about that Galvo, it's in here, it's jumping that gap right off in there, so we don't have that extra time that we're having to sit there and worry about. Or not really worry about, but it's just showing how much more efficient and quicker it is than your standard XY laser. This thing is booking through this letter, and the detail is all there and nice. Just a few more seconds and it's all done. Now it's down to its last percent on here. This thing has been running great at cutting out these small little things, and we already knew it's gonna have no issue with wood. A 10-watt diode on wood. All that nice, intricate, detailed floral work on there. Nice, good, clean engraving. You see we have no soot around anywhere. So we had our settings just right, and that's thanks to the website that makes our day a lot easier, a lot less to worry about. And we don't have to sit there and do hours and hours of testing because they've done it for us. But next we got nice piece of stainless. There we're going to use that nice 2-watt fiber. Now right here we got this nice round piece of stainless up on this machine doing its thing. We're going to move y'all closer and let y'all really check this out. Granted, this is some nice line art that we have going, but it's going to take a little while right here. Like I said, this is going to be pretty cool looking, I think. Like I said, this is another design they had on their app, and I like a lot of the graph stuff just because it always looks real cool. And it's going to be on a round piece of metal with a round graph. Let's let it do its thing. Come right back at y'all. Alright, so we have our stainless all engraved. Nice detail, nice clean crisp lines. Now, you can actually go through, and if you play with the power settings a lot, you can get it to where you can get different colors, especially using a combination of the diode and the fiber on there. You can really make some real nice trick stuff with that, where you're not going to be able to get with just your standard diode or just your standard fiber, where because you're not having to move that part, it's able to stay on there exactly where it is, and you can run it one way, change up the program, run it the other, and really do some nice cool intricate stuff to get to where this stainless can show off different colors with different wavelengths of material and different power settings. It's way beyond what I personally can do, but I have seen it done even on this machine right here. So that's something to think of whenever you're doing that. And actually came out pretty good looking there. Even better than expected. Now on this LaserPecker 4, like I said, I'm just giving you a brief rundown of some of the things it can do. I am actually going to be putting out a second video on this. And as soon as we get back, we got this nice rail extension kit. This right here is where you can set our part on there, and this moves, so we have a much bigger engraving area for that Galvo. And we're going to bust out the chuck rotary so you can see how well a Galvo and a rotary will work together as well. Like I said, this is going to be coming out next week, Wednesday. So, basically, a week from today, you'll be able to catch part 2 over the LP4 right there. That LaserPecker design, I'm loving it. Like I said, we've done a few things with it, and I'm liking Galvos. I want to use more of them. The reason we have this, the main reason is, like I said earlier, is my wife's candle company engraves on lids, and this right here is going to be set up in her studio where all it's going to be doing is engraving on lids for candles. And website's not live right now because mainly she's been doing little fairs and setting it up in boutiques, but before 2 months longer you'll be able to go to osoecandles.com and buy you a nice soy candle from there. But enough of me rambling. Hit that subscribe button. Come back next Wednesday when we have our second part of this video. Until next time, y'all take it easy.